Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Deborah Roth here from Spirited Living. Actually doing this one more time. Hopefully I've deleted the sideways version. Oh, it's wonderful to be with you again after a couple weeks of not diving into the Inner Goddess team world. Because I was in Florida. I'm still in Florida mode, I guess, back in New York City now, but trying to continue to bring some of that sunshine with me. And also because I want to tell you about what it is that I'm wearing. So I invite you to sit down whenever you're viewing this and really take in this extraordinary goddess I'm going to share with you today. She's a Filipino goddess, and I found her in the Divine Coloring Book, which I know is backwards, but Divine Coloring Book, at least you'll see the image of what it's supposed to look like. And I actually did another video, another Inner Goddess Team video about another one in the Inner Goddess Team book, in the Divine Coloring Book, because it's inspired by folklore and spirituality from the Philippines, Haiti, and Brazil. And in December, I did one on Jackie, who is a Brazilian goddess. So take some time. I'm always looking for goddesses that I haven't heard of or know little about. This is one that I actually couldn't find any other sources about, but for some reason, I trust this author, Christine Joy Amagon Ferrer, known as Tine, I think. She's a dancer and a spiritualist. I just really love the book. So before I go into telling you why I chose this particular goddess, Gayon is her nickname. I wanted to share with you first this t-shirt from my wonderful, let's see if I can get it up there. It lists 40-something goddesses from around the world. And it's the logo for my dear friend Rachel Ginther's. She's Garden of One, and it's Gifts from Gaia. I'm not sure I have that name right. Should have double checked it, but I will make sure that I have the link for these products that she now is offering through her store. And I love it. I can tell it's going to be my new summertime tank top. Right now, it's keeping me in Florida mode. So that's number one that I wanted to do a special shout out to. And the other one is this Divine Coloring Book. And the other thing the reason that I've chosen the goddess that I did for today is that today, April 20th, and tomorrow kind of rides the cusp between, these 2 days, because of when the new moon falls, is actually the second Aries New Moon this month. And literally hours later, the sun moves into Taurus. So I'm embracing the warrior goddess energy of Aries. And my new moon sister circle in the wellness universe, which is in the link for that is in my Instagram bio, and I'll give it in my YouTube description as well. We are looking at a very commonly known warrior goddess, Athena, but really embracing the warrior energy, the positive, powerful energy of stepping into, of becoming empowered through these various Aries goddesses. So just look up in the sky and see no moon tonight and tomorrow. And whenever you're watching this, know that you can, as always, tap into this energy whenever it's right for you. So her full name is, and I'm going to have to keep looking down for this because I do not speak this dialect, Gayon on Maule. Gayon on Maule. And she is a bagol or a goddess, a deity of it's the language of Tuwali and from the Philippines. The Ifugao people. And she leads an army of divine spirit warriors and protectors. She is a warrior herself, and in this wonderful coloring book, you can see that she carries, I wasn't able to color all of her in, but I could color some of her in, but she carries her spear And her power is that she protects her followers. She protects mortals and humans from the malevolent gods and from terrible accidents and from people who would deceive us or otherwise harm us. And she does this with kindness and compassion, which I love. It really reclaims, some of those feminine qualities that I talk about here. And remember, on the YouTube video, you can always click and find out more about the divine feminine and what those qualities are. But kindness and compassion are power sources. And I love that Gayon really embodies that. So she's the one to call on when you have a bone to pick, or whether someone's harmed you and you want to forgive them, or yourself. And the idea and the way that Tine, which is her nickname, the wonderful woman who put together all these Filipino and Haitian and Brazilian gods and goddesses in the coloring book, she describes, she talks about it, that Gayon's power is killing your enemies with kindness, which I love. So she is, let's see, what else can I tell you about her? She dwells in Cabanyan, the sky world, but she brings her band of divine warriors down to earth to protect and to otherwise support people who are in trouble down on earth. She holds her baby, which I love the concept of warrior goddesses also being nurturers. She's doing this, remember, with love and kindness. She holds her baby in an oban, or a blanket, on her back, and it's the same blanket that she uses to cover and protect and to carry the Ifugao people. I'm not sure I'm saying that right, so anybody who speaks that dialect, the Tuwali dialect of the Philippines, please let me know if I'm pronouncing any of these right. Hello, Oki. So she is with her. The idea is that she's someone that you can call on when you want to harness your anger, or when you want to protect yourself from someone else's anger or harm, and do that through just letting go and forgiving and bringing kindness and compassion to the situation. It's not, and whenever we talk about doing that, it's not letting them off the hook. It's acknowledging what they've done, treating them with compassion so that they soften and are no longer a threat. And the same can be said for when this kind of thing happens to yourself. So what I'd love to do, I don't want to, I often will share a chant. I want to just keep us in this energy, because I don't know any Filipino chants for Filipino goddesses or bagols. Remember, those are what the deities are called. So I want to share with you the very simple version of the meditation that Tine, and the author of the wonderful Divine Coloring book, shares, as well as a poem that is included for Gayon on Ma'aule. There we go. And the book is filled with wonderful, not just writing and wonderful pictures to color, but also poems and offerings from many different writers and authors. So I invite you in that mindset to settle in just for a moment and to just take a few breaths, lying down if you can. If you can be outside, maybe you can do this later if you're not outside now, but always a great way to connect with the divine. And breathe in. Let's breathe in together and out. And just imagine yourself maybe holding your spear or whatever you need to be part of Gayon's band of divine warriors. And imagine yourself moving through the galaxies, really joining up with all kinds of warriors for justice and peace from all the different realms, coming from these heavenly realms, from the sky world where Gayon lives, coming down to earth. Feel these other peace warriors, these other kindness warriors of Gayons alongside with you. Feel that strength in numbers. Feel their strength connecting with yours. And then contemplating, and oh, there are so many ways that we can think of situations in the world, places in the world, things that are going on, circumstances that we wish we could, that we're angry about, and that we wish that we could bring a sense of justice to. Bring those up in your consciousness. And imagine yourself just carrying your spear or your shield, any weapon of truth or peace or wisdom or justice, alongside all these other divine warriors that you've collected along the way. And let's imagine that through our intention, through the guidance, the powerful guidance of Gayon, with her kindness and compassion, can create a new world. It happens through the power of our intention. When we reach that tipping point where enough people in our clear intention for justice and peace can bring about change. So feel what that group power feels like. What does it look like? Take it in and hold it in your heart. And here's that poem before we open our eyes. My mother, Gayon, came from the sky to carry me within woven oban, that's the blanket, clearing the path of obstacles and defending from evil, through rice fields and camote fields, passing wild boar and river snake to fresh mountain spring. So let's just take one breath together and exhaling. Open your eyes and know that you can call on Gayon and come to that place of inner strength where you have so much support with others that are on a similar path. Please, if you have any more knowledge about this powerful Aries goddess, please do let me know. And if you can join me tomorrow, that's Thursday, April 20th, at the Wellness Universe for our new moon circle, our Aries circle, where we'll actually be honoring Athena. Would love to see you there as well. And there will be a recording of that afterwards. Thanks so much for joining me today. Namaste and happy Aries New Moon.